I would like to thank both of you for coming to our show. I would like to ask you about your diplomatic career journey.
Absolutely. First of all, thank you also for giving us this opportunity. We really feel privileged to be at your show. And indeed, I am now the ambassador of Bangladesh to Turkey, and this is my first assignment as head of mission. But my journey has been quite long. It's been almost 28 years. I started in 1999 as Assistant Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Then, of course, went through a different type of trainings. I went to for a diplomatic diploma. It was l'École Nationale d'Administration. I finished that, and that my first posting was in New York. I served as the Vice Consul and Consul in the Consulate General of Bangladesh in New York. And after that, actually, I took secondment. I worked in an international organization, which is Organization of Islamic Cooperation, based in Jeddah. And it was quite long. Almost half of my diplomatic career I spent there. Started as a professional officer and ended out as Director General of the Cabinet of the Secretary General. Returning to Bangladesh, I served as Director General for international organizations, Director General for West Asia, and then Chief of Protocol for almost 3 years. And after that, this is my tenure, as I told you already, the first tenure as an ambassador in Turkey.
How you are enjoying your responsibility?
And definitely.
Head of mission.
Definitely different than what I worked while I was in international organization or in the ministry. Definitely, you are the head of a mission. You are representing your state, which is you are the flag carrier of Bangladesh in a foreign land. So definitely that entails a huge amount of responsibility. But it's challenging, it's interesting, and of course it's enjoyable. I do enjoy my work as a head of mission, and so far I think I'm trying to do what is best for my country.
Bangladesh and Turkey are very good friends.
Sure.
Would you like to say something about the bilateral relations between our two countries?
These two countries, of course, in international relations and from the Bangladesh foreign policy side, we always say that we are friends to everybody. As you might be aware that it's even before Bangladesh was born, the relationship between people-to-people contact has always been there. And at this moment, particularly after our interim government took over from last year, now it is better and it is strengthened further. So at this moment, I think we are enjoying the best of bilateral relationship with Turkey.
There is some trade and business going on between our two countries. Mainly we export some RMGs and this kind of stuff. What potential do you see in the future?
You have rightly mentioned that we do have better potential in Turkey, and it has all not been tapped fully. So at this moment, the volume that we have, it is around 1.2 to 1.3 billion, the trade figure, but which could be increased further. At this moment, let me give an anecdote. Like when I was presenting my credentials to the Honorable President Erdogan of Turkey, he told me that during your time you need to increase this volume up to 1.3 billion. You know, like that we the trade balance is on our favor, in favor of Bangladesh at this moment. And you also asked about the investment. Definitely we are offering them better investment opportunities. If you have followed the recent days exchanges between high-level delegation, our chairman Bida, he just visited. We also had a huge business delegation who had meeting in Istanbul with the top level of investors in Turkey. And recently you also noticed that there is a growing interest among the Turkish investors to come here. The largest conglomerate in Turkey, the Koç Holding, they're already in Bangladesh. We have iGaz, we have Arçelik, these companies are there. Recently, a year before, we just had our Coca-Cola bottling company taken over by Turkey also. So you can see that there is a growing trend which is coming. We also offered them special facilities for investing here. We offered them a special EPZ for Turkey, and given and the recent visit of Turkish Trade Minister, I must mention that as well, Honorable Omar Bulat, who came in with a very big Turkish investment delegation with the president of TOBB, who is basically the main figure in terms of controlling the Turkish investment in different areas. So they all visited. So this is one area that we are really looking forward to. But I must mention one issue as well. You know that Turkey is a country aspiring to become a part of the European Union. So they do need to maintain or follow some of the regulations of EU customs authorities and everything. That creates an issue for Bangladesh, particularly our garments export towards Turkey faces huge tax barrier instead. In order to avoid that, it's been a couple of years that we initiated a discussion with Turkey of free trade area, that FTA. It is continuing, but in order to avoid the problems that we face to go for a FTA agreement, we also initiated another track, that is PTA, which is called Preferential Trade Agreement. So bilaterally these negotiations are going on. This year we are looking forward to having a joint economic commission, which has been pending for quite a long time. The last one happened in 2019, and this year we are also looking forward to having our Foreign Office consultation. So when these two meetings will be done, I think we will get a better result out of these negotiations for PTA. On the other hand, though it's not bilateral, but under the framework of D8, Developing 8, where Turkey and Bangladesh both are members, there is another negotiation which is going on for D8 free trade area. So on both tracks we are continuing our negotiation. Bangladesh and Turkey do have a good defense cooperation. It's not only about purchasing or buying things, it's about capacity building, technology transfer, and all this issue. Just very recently, like the Secretary of Defense Industries of the Presidency of Turkey, Dr. Haluk Gurgun, visited Bangladesh. This is one of the gestures that shows that they're keen on developing the already existing bilateral relations in the defense sector to a further level. So this is also another area that we feel that Bangladesh and Turkey are doing very good in.
Turkey is helping us in many other ways, in humanitarian ways also, like they are giving us aid for the Rohingyas.
Definitely. Thank you for bringing this up. We really appreciate Turkey's help when the Rohingya issue, it's been going down into the agenda of the international discussion, then Turkey keeps it alive. So that's why we always thank our counterparts in Turkey, particularly President Erdogan and the First Lady. They always keep the issue of Rohingya in their agenda when the Bangladesh issue comes up. So they're helping us, in many ways. It's not really aid, but they're giving us healthcare facilities for Rohingya people and other structural support in Cox's Bazar.
The country Turkey has a very special space in our heart. We love the TV serials, we love the food. How much Turkey people know about Bangladesh?
Thank you for this question. Actually, like when we talk about relationship between two countries, it's not only about the government-to-government contact. One of the main aspects of bilateral relations is people-to-people contact. And that is what you alluded to. You see, the people of Bangladesh, I told a little bit earlier that since before the birth of Bangladesh, but the Bengali Muslims of this area did quite a big support, which Turkey still remembers. And if you go to the website of the Foreign Affairs of Turkey, then you will see that it is mentioned that how the Bengali Muslims helped during their independence. This is one area, and of course you mentioned about this very popular Turkey serials in Bangladesh. This is from our part, and you wanted to know about how Turkey people look at Bangladesh. I'll tell you that it's also at the similar level. In anywhere in Turkey, if you go and you tell that I am from Bangladesh, you will get a very warm welcome from the regular people. We also did kind of several events of public diplomacy. I would want to mention one particular event that we are now doing. We initiated it. It's been 3 years that we are maintaining it. Is Bangladesh Water Lily Festival. You know, we do it in Konya. You know, it's one of the famous provinces of Turkey where Maulana Jalaluddin Rumi's shrine is there. That's why it's very famous. And there is a lake called in the Beyshehir area which grows water lily, our shapla. And you know, then it is our shapla that we do, and they said that Bangladesh Shapla Day. And also, I should mention about the International Mother Language Day and our National Martyrs Day of 21st February. These sort of events, when you do along with the people of Turkey, that brings forth the name of Bangladesh, and they came to know. I can list a series of events that me and my predecessors also have done, which projected Bangladesh among the people of Turkey. We have 4 honorary consuls in Turkey. They're all Turkish citizens, very well established businessmen and everything. As I am here in Dhaka, so they wanted to visit. Out of 4, 3 could make it all together. And the delegation that they came around 9 people, and they moved around mostly in Dhaka city. We also took them to Savar to visit some industries. So that's actually another way of like bring the people in, see it for themselves in their own eyes, and then they believe it.
Let me ask you a personal question. How do you appreciate the contribution of Madam Mahazabin in your diplomatic?
You're asking it in front of her, so I have no other way but to say yes. But no, indeed, jokes apart, you see, a diplomat's life, it cannot be completed without the contribution of the spouse. Whatever, wherever, whichever country it is. So that's why in many European countries, the contribution of the spouse is like officially recognized. In our case, in Bangladesh, our spouses are always part of the diplomatic life, but their contribution not officially recognized, but it has always been appreciated. My spouse, Runa Mahazabin Ahmed, from the very beginning, because this was our first assignment as an ambassador of Bangladesh. So I think so far we have complemented each other in terms of our diplomatic functions. Besides her support for my diplomatic activities and of course the diplomatic association and other things, she is of course first and foremost is the mother of my 2 daughters, and also the head of the household, definitely. I have 2 daughters. I have my younger sister living with me, and we have 2 helping hands. They all are ladies, so it's like a perfect example of women empowerment. But from that perspective, I don't really need to look into any of the responsibilities or any of the things that come related to my day-to-day homework. She takes care of everything. But from that perspective, I am quite at ease. And that allows me to focus more on my diplomatic area.
Would you like to say a few words about yourself?
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for inviting us, first of all. As you know, I'm Runa Mahazabin Ahmed. I'm the spouse of Ambassador Amanul Haq. And I am from Dhaka, actually. We are from, my parental home is Dinajpur, both of them. But we grew up in Dhaka city. So I passed my SSC and HSC from Dhaka board, and then I enrolled in North-South University for doing my graduation in human resource management.
Tell us about your role and experience in different countries where ambassador was posted.
I didn't get too much chance to, posted in other countries with my husband, because when we were married, he was already in OIC. So, and he was there for a very long time. It was Jeddah, and we also had, like, diplomatic opportunities to represent our country.
Basic difference after becoming head of mission is that earlier we used to have time for ourselves, now we don't.
How you project Bangladesh? How do you show Bangladeshi culture to others in Turkey?
Well, thank you for your question. I really love to say about these things, because when he was appointed as the ambassador to Turkey, and it was his first ambassadorial post, and also for me, he joined in Turkey in 2023. So we have in diplomat, about the coffee morning. The first coffee morning was in Bangladesh residence, BD House. So at that coffee morning, I tried to represent, though it was September, but I tried to represent our Pohila Boishakh to them. So the coffee morning, the whole theme was Pohila Boishakh. We tried to represent, show them how we Bangladeshis, we celebrate Pohila Boishakh in our country. And after that, we had International Charity Bazaar the same year. There, I also tried to showcase our Bangladeshi products, like handmade goods, nukshi katha, jamdani, block prints, also pearls, because the Sweetwater pearls. And then the next year also, it was at my house, the first coffee morning. So we had a fashion show. All the other spouses of different missions, they joined spontaneously. They were so happy, and I also let them wear saris in both my coffee morning. Also, in between, we have lots of things. Whenever we invite someone, we try to show us, like the ceramic wares. Even if I get a very tiny chance, I try to represent my country.
Just to add, I think because she herself did it, that's why she did not mention. We also have a display of rickshaw paintings, and when we went there, we really did not have the things ready, like, for them. So she painted a lot of things herself on the rickshaw painting thing, and we made some presentation on rickshaw painting as well. And in terms of song and dance number that you say, as I said, that it's not a very big community, and mostly those are students and everything.
Say about some good qualities of ambassador.
The first thing that I would love to, and I'm proud of him, is that he is top to bottom an honest person. Moved me to, marry him actually. He always takes care of my daughters actually, because taking them to school, taking back them from school to home, everything is done by him. In his busy schedule, he never asked me to go, and even he attends all the school meetings and everything. And he is a very homely person. He prefers family time rather than going outside or everything. Though he is workaholic person, but at the same time he is very homely person. He is a very good painter. He's a very good, artist. I can say artist. He sings very well. He dances. He paints. He paints, and he recites poems. So it's like that. He cooks. He is a very good cook.
Try to introduce girls to us.
My name is Amina Aman Al-Haq. My name is Rania Fatima Aman Al-Haq. I am at 3rd grade. I'm gonna go at 2nd grade.
You have a lot of friends over there?
Yes.
Any of you want to perform anything, like any song?
She wants
Okay.
to la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la. La la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la. İstedim ki sokakta, asık suratlı kalmasın. Büyükler büyüdükçe, büyükler büyüdükçe gülmeyi unutmasın. Bir merhaba ile selamladım insanları. Okul yolunda gördüm minik karıncayı. Yaşım küçük ama içimdeki kıpırtıyı biraz neşe katıp büyüklere size veriyorum. Hayat gülünce çok güzel. Hayat gülünce çok güzel. O kapkara bulutları dağıtıp atmalı. Herkesin yüzünde bir küçük tebessüm olmalı. O kapkara bulutları dağıtıp atmalı. Herkesin yüzünde bir küçük tebessüm olmalı. La la la la la la la. La la la la la. La la la la la.
Yeah, this time it was a very enjoyable vacation. As you know that we came to Bangladesh after 2.5 years to meet all our friends, family and colleagues. Definitely we enjoyed a lot. But at the same time, I can say that when you are in Dhaka, where the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is, then you need to cut off a little bit of a time to give it to work as well.
We really had a good time in Bangladesh, and I would like to take the opportunity to invite all the interested Bangladeshi people, including our friends and family, our colleagues, to visit this beautiful country. We would be happy to welcome you all in Turkey.